is up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new DEEBOT X2 Onmi. This is Ecovacs' latest high-end 2-in-1 robot vacuum cleaner that has some pretty nifty capabilities, and throughout the past few weeks that I had with it, I found it to be a solid addition to my growing smart home. The X2 Onmi features a unique square design to get into those tight corners, 8,000 pascals of suction power, a 131-degree auto hot water mopping system, an auto mop lifting system so it can vacuum your carpets and mop your floors in one go, a dual laser LiDAR navigation system, a voice assistant built right in, and it even has a camera so you can live preview and see what it's up to. What's unique about the X2 Onmi is that the charging dock cleans the mop pads with that auto hot water system so you get a fresh clean each and every time. This robot looks and feels like a tank, and its cleaning performance matches its beefy looks. I found the X2 to deliver all-around fantastic results when cleaning. However, all of these high-tech features come at a price, and despite all this thing can do, it is not perfect. So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing this thing, showing you guys what it can do. I'll talk about its shortcomings and ultimately help you determine if the X2 Onmi is right for your home. So let's get right into this. Alright, so when you first get the DEEBOT X2 Onmi, it's going to arrive in a very large box that weighs roughly around 40 or so pounds. Inside it, you'll find the robot, which we'll open up in a second, an attachment for the base, an AC adapter, a quick start guide along with some documentation, and a brush for underneath the robot. The X2 Onmi itself is very well packed in here. It looks and feels every bit like a premium product. Right off the bat, you can tell that this thing is incredibly well made. It is built like a tank. The design is very futuristic. Also in the box is the Omni station, which is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. This is by far the biggest station of any robot cleaner that I've used. Inside it, there's also a spare rubber brush, which could easily be missed. Setting up the X2 Onmi is a breeze. You basically just plug it in, you download the Ecovacs app, follow the prompts on the screen to connect it to your Wi-Fi network, and you let it run around to map your space. I think the hardest part for me was finding a place to put that big station. My home is by no means open concept, so trying to find somewhere to place the station near an outlet where the robot could come out and freely clean was a bit of a challenge. If you have open space in like a laundry room or something like that, that would be the perfect place for the X2. Regardless, I moved this robot around quite a bit to put it to the test. I had it in 3 different locations on 3 different floors in my home. Everywhere that I put this thing, it was super easy to get going. You just plug it in and you let it run around the new space to create a map so it knows where to go. Setting things up no matter where you take this thing is incredibly easy. Next, let's talk about cleaning performance. As I just mentioned, I tested the X2 Onmi on 3 different floors in my home. Each floor has a different set of obstacles to avoid, floor space to mop, carpets to vacuum, and so on and so forth. I found the overall cleaning job on each floor to be impressive. The suction is powerful enough to pick up anything in its path, and that dual mopping system gives your floors a really good scrub, but that's only half of what I found to be impressive. Before the robot takes off, the Omni station boils the water to about 131 degrees, so unlike other robots that use cold water to mop, the X2 Onmi is able to remove tough stains without the need for any cleaning solution. It is pretty great. Each time the X2 Onmi ran across and mopped my floors, it left them feeling noticeably cleaner. I could literally feel the difference before and after the robot ran. My floors felt a lot smoother and looked shinier. It does a great job deep cleaning all across your floors. When the robot is done and returns home, the Omni station will wash and dry the mop pads so they're clean and ready for the next time that it runs around. The station can also hold up to 90 days worth of dirt and debris before it needs a bag change. In a way, I do kind of wish that this was a bagless system, but using a bag does ensure cleanliness and eliminates any kind of odors. Another thing that I found to be impressive in the X2 is that auto mop lifting system. This system lifts the mop pads up so it can mop your floors and vacuum your carpets in one go. I noticed that the robot quickly detected when it was going onto my carpets, and it stopped and raised the mop pads up so the carpet wouldn't get wet. On the short carpets that I tried it on, this thing did just fine, but if you have thicker carpets, you might experience them getting a little bit damp. The 15mm lift is pretty high, and I think for most people, it's gonna give you enough clearance, but I would test it on higher and thicker carpets without water first. For easy cleaning, this robot also has a built-in voice assistant called Yico. You can use commands like, "Okay Yico, create a map," or "Okay Yico, vacuum and mop the room," to kick off the cleaning process. There's no need to connect this robot to Alexa or Google, but that option is there if you prefer to do that. Convenient cleaning is the name of the game with robot cleaners like this, and the X2 Onmi does does a great job at being easy to use and delivering an all-around excellent cleaning job. Next up, let's talk about the navigation features. Overall, I found this robot to navigate around really well. It goes around objects with ease, and it's always able to find and return to its home without an issue. Despite all of its high-tech features though, the X2 Omni is still plagued by the things that typically impact robot cleaners. You know, cables, little carpets, pet toys, and all of those types of things that you may have lying around. If you plan to get this robot, or any robot really, my advice would be to prep your home for it like you would a pet. Manage those cables, clean your space, and give it the freedom to clean. Aside from stuff like that, this robot gets around just fine. One navigation feature that I think is really cool though is the live preview that you get with the Ecovacs app. This allows you to follow the robot as it's moving around in real time. You can even use it as a camera to monitor your home or your pets when you're not around. This live feed works when the robot is moving or when it's stationary and docked. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is the battery life. Ecovacs rates the X2 Omni at up to 210 minutes of runtime because of its large battery inside. That's a bold claim, but most times when this robot was done cleaning my rooms, it still had around 80% or so remaining, which is insane. The rooms that I tried it in aren't the smallest of areas either. If you have a larger sized home, this robot is gonna have no problem at all running through your rooms multiple times over. And last but not least, let's talk a bit about the Ecovacs app. If you have a robot from Ecovacs already, you'll know what to expect here. In the app, you can set cleaning schedules, adjust the vacuum suction power, the water flow level for mopping, and change a bunch of other settings. You can also set virtual boundaries for the places that you don't want this robot to go. I was surprised by how robust and how many customization options you get here. I found the app to be intuitive and very easy to use. To start wrapping things up, I really do like the Ecovacs DEEBOT X2 Onmi. It's an incredibly powerful 2-in-1 robot vacuum cleaner with some unique features, and once you get it up and running, it's pretty much self-sufficient. Of course, you still have to worry about emptying the bin, changing the bag, filters, and all of that, but the X2 Onmi is something you're not going to have to worry about on a daily basis. If you are looking for a 2-in-1 robot vacuum cleaner for your home, this is just about as good as it gets. Just be ready to shell out some big bucks and prep your home for a robot. What I mean by that is manage those cables and pick up loose things that are lying around the floor like pet toys and things like that. Let this thing be free to clean. That's when this robot is at its best. So that's about all that I got for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, you know the drill. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to follow Raymond Strazdas on Twitter or X. I really don't like saying that, and Instagram for so much more. Until the next one, I will catch you guys later. Peace!